Welcome back to the best vodcast on YouTube. The Gurus of the Gridiron are here for the Week 13 Power Rankings. Let's go.
Let's just get right into it. Number 10 team in the NFL this week, I've got the Tennessee Titans. And we've kept them out of this top 10 power rankings for a long time because the football they play isn't the greatest football. It doesn't look like playoff winning football. But they are winning their division right now, so how can you keep them out of the top 10 almost? I've been sleeping on this Titans team. I like Marcus Mariota, I like him, but I haven't given them the true credit they deserve as a top 10 team. I want to see how this plays out in the AFC South. I want to see if they can win the division, but right now, number 10 for me.
I'm going to keep sleeping on them because number 10 this week I got the Panthers. These guys have been playing darn good football. They squeaked by the Jets, so they kind of slipped a little bit for me. But these guys are going to get into a wild card berth, and they got a really important game against the Saints. But right now, Cam is looking like Super Cam again, and if they can ride Cam's wave, these guys can make some noise later on the season.
Number 9, I've got the Atlanta Falcons, the third team in the AFC South right now, I believe it is, or NFC South, my bad. They're playing great football too, like he's mentioned with the Panthers. They're both playing really hot football right now, and it's going to be a competition to see who finishes second in that division. But I feel like the momentum that the Panthers are riding right now puts them above that. So the Falcons are number 9, and just if they can get that extra oomph on defense, like they did against the Cowboys, they could keep rising. So right now, Falcons at 9.
I agree. This might be the best division in football. I got the Falcons at 9, but their defense and offense need to sync together. Julio Jones is not going to have 250 yards receiving every week. But honestly, Matt Ryan has shown MVP Matt Ryan again. I'm thinking Matty Ice is coming through. The Falcons look like last year. They're not going to look like last year completely because they were blowing out folks consistently. But these guys have looked on the up these last few weeks, beating some darn good teams. And the defense has improved, and I want to see Devontae Freeman coming off of a concussion if him and Telvin Coleman can keep clicking because this running game has been very good these last few weeks.
Alright, coming in at number 8, I've got the Jacksonville Jaguars. And off of a disappointing loss to the Cardinals where they didn't play very good. It's looking rough for them almost to me. If you lose to the Cardinals, who don't even have Carson Palmer in right now, that's pretty... I didn't watch the game, but I do know that Leonard Fournette has not been Leonard Fournette. He was week 1 through 10 or wherever. He's just not looking the same, and you know Blake Bortles is not that franchise quarterback. So now that they're having to lean towards a quarterback play, it's not working out for the offense. And now that defense is having to keep them in the game, they're struggling too because they're staying on the field longer, getting worn out. I'm getting worried for the Jaguars right now. They were competing for the AFC South with the Titans, but if they keep playing football like they did against the Cardinals, it's going to slip away from them. Jaguars at 8.
Number 8, I got this really sneaky team, and I'm really starting to like this team. I got the Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers are for real. This defense, like I told y'all last week, just destroyed Dak. They ate Thanksgiving dinner on Dak's back, and these guys just demolished the Cowboys. Phillip Rivers looked like an MVP candidate last week, just murdering them. And then coming off the week where they blew out the Bills, these guys are on the up and look like they might even catch the Chiefs for the division, who are on a complete free fall. Look for them to get a big win this week as well.
Number 7, I've got the team he put at number 10, the Panthers. I feel more likely with this Panthers team. Just the way they're playing, I really like the way Cam's playing. I really like this defense. I like how Christian McCaffrey is getting his role set in the Panthers offense as a receiving back. He not the greatest runner, but if he can get those receiving yards and help his team improve, that's what matters in the long run. And this Panthers team, if they just keep playing their game and keep staying as high as they are right now, they're going to make a push. They might beat the Saints. Who knows? We'll find out this Sunday, which is a matchup I'm really looking forward to. Panthers playing in the Saints. Panthers right now at number 7.
Alright, 7, I got the Jaguars. He's a little down on the Jaguars right now, but I'm not. I kind of got the expectation for them right now. They have an excellent defense. Almost all-time great if they can keep sustaining this. If you can go in knowing that your defense is going to keep you in ball games and your defense is going to score you touchdowns, you need minimal from your quarterback. Now, what they need to do is they had the number 1 rushing attack the first few weeks. But I don't know what happened between Leonard Fournette missing that picture and the bye week, but they just have not looked the same. Y'all need to find the running game because playoff football is cold. In the cold, you run the ball and play hard-nosed defense. If y'all want to make some noise, I need y'all to figure out where Leonard Fournette went to because I can't find him. But y'all are at 7 right now. Y'all going to keep falling if y'all keep losing him.
Number 6, I've got a team that just came off an impressive win. We talked some major crap about them playing big boy ball, and now they showed up last week, and that's the Rams. The Rams came in there and beat the Saints. Jared Goff had a great game. Todd Gurley was doing his thing. They were all just working together as a unit and beat the Saints. Now the Saints played good that game too. Alvin Kamara had a great run. Drew Brees was still playing good, but overall the Rams played really good. I think that this NFC West is theirs, but I'm ready for, like I said, they did beat the one big boy ball, but now can they consistently play big boy ball? That's what I want to see when it comes to playoff time. Right now I've got them at number 6.
All right, number 6 is the team that they just beat. I got the Saints because of this bad loss. Now, I think it would have been better, but both of their starting corners were hurt, and that's horrible against a very good offensive team. They honestly, Todd Gurley didn't really get going. They kept him bottled up, but Jared Goff just completely sliced out those third and fourth string corners. Like when your first and second string corners hurt, and that's a liability on defense, and it just didn't go well. And the Saints are still a darn good football team. Alvin Kamara looks elite. This rookie, this third-round pick, looks elite. This makes Mark Ingram replaceable. You'll see this in the upcoming months, but I think Mark Ingram moves on as free agency.
Well, number 5 for me is the Saints. I really like Alvin Kamara as a rookie running back. I feel like there's a majority of teams he could go to and be the starter, but he's under his rookie contract. If Mark Ingram's on his free agent, he's been playing well. It's all about what they have right now. And what they have right now is a successful team. I know they just took that loss to the Rams, but in the previous game, they've beat Falcons, they've beat the Panthers. They can do it. They've played big boy ball. They've beat the teams. And when you win, 6, 7 in a row, 8 in a row, I think it was, maybe, that's impressive to me. And I can't put you down that much after one loss to a really impressive team. So as long as you can find that fire again and keep playing like you have been, and like that corner situation he mentioned, let's see what you can do to fix that. Keep playing your football, and you'll stay at the top right there. Right now, you're number 5.
Number 5, I got the Rams. Los Angeles has been a great city for football this year. Now, the Rams, I was kind of down on them last week because they lost a big game to the Vikings, and they lost that game to the Seahawks, and I was thinking, gosh, they can't play big boy ball yet. But look, they came out and beat a darn good Saints team. Like I said, the corners were out, but still, that showed a really good faucet of their game. Now that they got the third, in my opinion, the third place voter for the MVP in Jared Goff. He's going to be big in the upcoming months. And the coach of the year, McVay, just deserves it more than anybody else. These guys are for real, and I expect them to be good for many years after this year.
All right, number 4 is my team that I'm really kind of rooting for when the playoffs come. It's the Minnesota Vikings. I just love their defense. I love how they've taken Case Keenum, technically on the depth chart he's a third stringer, but he's playing like a starter in my books. And now that Teddy Bridgewater's active, they've got 2 starting caliber quarterbacks playing right now, or active right now. So that's just the recipe for success in my book. Stephon Diggs is a great receiver. They've got the running game, just pieces all around there, and that defense is playing elite football right now. As long as they keep playing consistent like they can, watch them be in the NFC Championship game before long. I really like the Vikings, number 4 this week.
I agree completely. I gotta say, this is one of the more well-coached football teams. Zimmer has got these guys playing extremely hard. Now, when you got like a whole locker room developed around whoever's in it quarterback, you hear all the time the quarterback's the most important division, but these guys have had outstanding success with countless quarterbacks. You had Bradford came in and played excellent. You got Keenum coming in and playing excellent. Bridgewater's Zimmer's guy, and he played really good a few years ago before he got hurt. Honestly, I think they could win with basically any quarterback in there right now. Now, as long as you take care of the ball, the defense is going to carry you home. The running game has been excellent. You cannot argue with these guys, and they will definitely be on the field late.
All right, top 3 teams in the NFL, you're going to see similarities from last week because these teams are the hot teams right now. And I'm going to start with the Pittsburgh Steelers at number 3. The Steelers defense has improved and improved and improved. And when you have Big Ben, when you have Antonio Brown, Martavis Bryant, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Le'Veon Bell, that's 5 skill positions. When I was in high school, it was 7 on 7, and one was the center. They've got 5 elite. I'm going to consider elite players out of the 7 skill positions that we played with. That's deadly right there. I mean, Big Ben could come out in a 3 wide receiver set, 1 running back, and have success all day long. So as long as the defense performs and performs and performs, they're going to be I'm going to say that's second best. They're not quite better than the Patriots. The Patriots are still that Patriots team. But they can put up a fight against the Patriots in the playoffs. Let's see. I'm really excited to see a matchup for that in the playoffs. Right now, they're number 3 for me.
Number 3, I got the team you mentioned. I got the New England Patriots. These guys do not look the same as last year. They get in their flow. They're always going to be there late. They got Tom Brady. But like I've been telling y'all, I hate to wish this upon somebody, but he is getting hit a lot. And it is not going well. And you cannot hope for everything to always go well. Right now, nothing is going wrong for them. Gronk is one of the most elite skilled players in the league, but he always was gimped up. He's starting to look robotic how many casts he has to have on his body. And then Tom Brady getting hit like that will get dinged up. I read a report that he had an Achilles injury or something like that. That's only the beginning. You cannot let your 40-year-old quarterback get hit like this every week and expect him to keep playing great football like this. And the defense has proved to let you down before. I don't like them right now. There's a lot more better teams than them.
All right, number 2, I've got the New England Patriots, and the reason I have them there is because of the football they're playing right now. And I'm looking at this power rankings, and we know the Patriots are going to be in the AFC Championship. It's almost a guarantee. It's the AFC. They're going to probably play the Steelers. I mean, it's just how it works out. I mean, and let's look at the past years. And when the Steelers play the Patriots, whose number? Patriots always find a way to beat the Steelers in the playoffs. That's what happens time and time again. Big Ben shows out against the wild card team they play. He shows out in the divisional round, and then he comes and meets the Patriots defense. So if the trend continues, I mean, hey, it could happen again. So right now, looking into the future weeks, I've got the Patriots just slimming by because of that playoff experience that they have and the advantage that they've proven to have over the Steelers in the playoffs. Number 2 this week.
Number 2, I got the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's going to be some similarities here. But the thing is, this team just drives me so crazy. They're the best team in football. They got the most talent on any team, but that's just on paper. One week they come out and blow out the Titans, a division winner, and then the next week they got to have a game-winning field goal to beat the Packers without Aaron Rodgers. This is why they drive me crazy. But like he was telling you about the elite skill position, you have a Hall of Fame quarterback. You have Antonio Brown, one of the best wide receivers in the game of football ever. Let's go ahead and get that out there, ever. And he should be an MVP consideration. Le'Veon Bell is one of the best running backs in the league. Juju Smith-Schuster runs really good intermediate routes and leaves the middle wide open. Their tight end position is very good. You got Martavis Bryant, one of the fastest people in the league who's going to blow past too many people. These guys can put up points, and their defense is way better than what it usually is. This is a really good team. Watch them for the Super Bowl.
All right, number 1, I'm going to keep it quick. It's the Eagles. Once again, they're still number 1. I mean, they're playing the best football. It's going to keep going until they keep, and they're dominating team, just to say the least. I can't explain it much better than that.
It just makes too much sense. You kind of get tired of talking about the Eagles. They got the MVP. They got the second place coach of the year. They're going to keep winning. They're 10-1. They're the best team in football. You cannot argue with that.
All right, guys, that's been the Power Rankings for Week 13 of the NFL. Make sure you check in for the next later videos of the week. If there's enough football, you know the deal. If you keep tuning in, we'll keep telling you. As of right now, the Gridiron Gurus are signing out.